Las Vegas Bowl, Las Vegas, Nevada, between Utah and Northwestern. I don't.
I saw you take Northwestern. What are you on about?
No, I'm trying to decide if there's going to be a home field. Like if Utah fans would actually travel for a bowl game against Northwestern, because it is an excuse to go to Vegas.
They played in Allegiant twice in the Pac-12 championship. I mean, this is just, or would you travel back to it for a third time in this bowl game?
Yeah, I mean there'll be some, but not. I don't think huge. Utah 6.5 to 7 point favorite here in the SRS distribution. Las Vegas Bowl. Total 41.5. Let's SRS distribution.
It's got to be like a 3PL. It's got to be like a shipping 3PL mega facility of storage.
SRS distribution, fastest growing network of independent roofing and building supply distributors.
You'd think our entire country's under construction.
Maybe they. Yeah, I know.
Why can't we get back to drinks and lawnmowers? Like,
I know, these are boring. We have a boring slate of sponsors this episode. Utah, a lot of news here. Transfer portal, Nate Johnson, quarterback. Bryson Barnes, he will play in the bowl. Their Mikey Matthews, their receiver, their cornerback. Broughton, he's listed on the depth chart, though. He's in the portal, so I think he'll play. And then their injuries, and they also have a bunch of opt-outs. Their starting safety, Cole Bishop, out. Starting safety, Zioni Vaki, also part-time running back, out. Both declared. Same with one of their best receivers, Vele. Injury-wise, their stud defensive lineman, Jonah Ellis, he's out for the year with an injury. And they lost two important defensive starters earlier in the season in Lander Barton and one of their edge rushers, Fano. So Utah missing a lot of guys here. Northwestern pretty clean. Northwestern's going to care. Interim coach named head coach. They were not expected to get to a bowl. They will be excited to be here. So I give them major motivation. It's Kyle Whittingham, a lot of respect. He has a ton of success in bowls. I'm assuming he'll have his guys ready, but Utah's missing a lot of key guys, and it just like they play in the stadium usually for Pac-12 championships. They played Penn State in the Rose Bowl last year. Now you're playing Northwestern in the Las Vegas Bowl in the stadium again. Motivation might be tough to get everyone fired up, as much respect as I have for Whittingham. At 7 or better, it's all Northwestern here. All of the intangibles, and Utah's just not. Look, I mean, missing both their starting safeties, some guys up front. This offense isn't very explosive. Northwestern, I think, has a really good shot at winning this game. Got to take them catching 7+. What do you see here?
Can Sione Vaki play all 22 positions? We'll find out.
He's not playing. He opted out.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's funny. Bryson Barnes is on the actual like physical sheet depth chart, but you're saying he's not going to play either?
No, he's playing. So it looks like Barnes is going to play. I just looked at the depth chart an hour ago. Barnes is going to play. Broughton, one of their corners, is going to play. But Ellis, Bishop, their stud other safety, and Vaki and Vele, they all opted out and they're not on the depth chart, so they won't play.
Yeah, listen. I think what led me to Northwestern was not just a motivation factor, but I mean, this is a rock fight. These are just two teams that want to stand at the 50-yard line and punch each other in the face. And it's funny because they're both flipped on what they do on offense, right? Utah is 16th in creating a quality drive. They can find a way to move the chains and get down the field methodically, but they're 110th in finishing drives. They've had issues getting points up on the board all season. Jaquindon Jackson should be healthy here. He's kind of been a monster. And Northwestern's D had a very low 35% success rate against inside zone. So if Jaquindon Jackson is healthy and going here, that's good for Utah.
That's the one thing I'm worried about is can Utah bully them in the trenches?
Right. Because there's nothing in the coverage looks that tell me that Bryson Barnes has any kind of advantage over Northwestern, which is one of the few teams that plays a heavy amount of cover too. So that'll be a new look here for Bryson Barnes. But when I go to the other side of the ball, I mentioned that Utah can get down the field methodically, but they just crawl into a hole when they get into a scoring position. That's the exact opposite of Northwestern. Pretty amazing split here. 118th in quality drives. Can't move the chains. Can't build a methodical. Can't have a 10-play drive. 26th in offensive finishing drives. When they get into scoring position, they are absolutely money. They've just had only 34 trips into the red zone. They're ranked 28th in red zone efficiency. Now, quarterback Ben Bryant, he finished 10 of 12, big time throws, turnover worthy plays. He's not going to get, he's going to be fine against the cover 1 and the cover 3. He's horrible against quarters, but he's not going to see that here. Utah D plays all cover 1, 2, and 3. So I think Northwestern is going to produce 4 scoring opportunities. They've been elite in the red zone. They've been elite in finishing drives. So I think it's going to be enough in a rock fight. Like I said, standing at the 50-yard line, punching each other in the face. I would definitely want 7. But something's going on with Utah here. Whittingham is 9-6 against the spread in bowl games. That's great. And from, you stand back 10 feet and you look at it and you think Kyle Whittingham is great game manager, coach in big spots. They've lost 4 bowls in a row. Now they've won 2 Pac-12 titles in this building, but they've lost 4 bowls in a row. For some reason, Utah has not been able to bring it when it comes to bowl season, and not sure what the conundrum is there. But I agree with you. I was on it early. I would still play it. I'd still even play it at 6.5. I think Northwestern is live in a game that might be pretty boring, but exciting to me.